Hello fellow airsofters, this is Fisherman from s.o.f. Inferno, and today I'll be showing you how to give your gun a rockin' Flecktarn camo. So for this I actually got a Nerf gun, so this should be fun. But you're going to need paper plates and paper towels, and you're going to need brown, dark green, orange, light green, and a black or white, and also a tan or yellow. Oh, and of course you're going to need your hands. So for the first color, it's our base color, we're going to need a dark green and a brown. We're going to move these together in order to get more of a smoky dark green. So when it's done, it should look something like this. So we're going to use this as our base color. It looks a lot brighter because of the lighting in my camera, but try to get as many bumps out as you can. We don't want the bumps in there. And I tried to not paint near where my hand is because I don't want to rub the paint off. That's up to you whether you want to paint there, but I decided not to paint on the pistol grip. So try to get a little more circular motion around the edges. We'll go back later and we'll dot it with our fingers. But I also try to keep a little bit of black in there because I don't have black paint. You can always have black paint if you want to. But I just left a little bit black in there because I didn't feel like dotting black on there. And we're going to paint with a side-to-side stroke to get rid of the bumps. The bumps are going to make it look bad and they're going to peel off. So in the end it should look like this. A nice base paint of dark green. Again, it looks bright because of the lighting, but it's really not. And also, for our next paint, we're going to have a light greenish yellow. So here's where we're going to need the tan or yellow, but in the end, it should look like this. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to get a very light amount of paint on my paintbrush. So brush all that off that I have on there. Of course, I take forever to do this. Come on. Okay, so we're going to dot it on there very, very lightly. Of course, I have too much paint on this one, so I'm going to rub it around a little bit, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Just dab it, just lightly dab it on there. You don't want too much, and try to avoid getting bumps. I'm very bad at doing this, but try to avoid getting bumps. And if you're an artist and you know how to do this, please give me some advice. Leave your comments below on how to keep there from being any bumps on the paint, because it's awful. Again, I'm using acrylic paint. If there's any better paint to use, then go ahead and use that. So I'm going to use my fingers to round out the edges. It's best if you actually put paint on your fingers when you do this. So get your fingers a little bit dirty, very, very lightly. We don't want too much, or else it makes bumps. Again, see, I put too much on there and it made bumps. But we're going to round out the edges. Remember, it's very dotted, so try to keep the amount of straight lines to a minimum and make it more rounded and dotted everywhere. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to actually separate the paint from this giant blotch because, well, it's big, and Flecktarn is not giant blotches of paint, it's dots. So as you can see, I start separating it. And we're going to go back and actually put dark green in the middle of this giant green splotch. So here's what the final should look like. Very dotted around here. And I did decide to put a little bit at the bottom of the pistol grip. And I need to put some at the bottom of the mag here. Very, very light amount. So it's already looking kind of cool. Then we're going to add that orangish brown, and you're actually going to need, it's kind of half and half of orange and brown. Make sure you're looking at Flecktarn, like an image of Flecktarn, or wearing it like I am, and you'll come out with a nice orangish brown color like this. And this is actually, again, it looks bright because of the camera and the lighting, but you're going to dot it on just like you did the light green. And of course do this after it dries because you don't want it combining, but it's okay to start overlapping. In fact, you want to overlap the colors. It makes it look a lot better. And in the end, it should look something like this. Now this is all wet paint. So let that dry, and then you bring out that dark green again. And remember, the dark green is also flecked on there, or dotted on there. So we're going to put some dark green in the center of the colors to add a little bit more of a dotted effect to the green. And also we're going to dot the rounded, the straight edges that we have. I don't like how this edge looks like it was painted on or brushed on, so I'm going to put my fingers and dot it on the bottom of it. And when you're done, it should look like this. Now, how awesome does that Nerf gun look now? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have fun out there. I hope you like what you've done to your gun. I'm sure it looks awesome now. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or send us a message, and we'll see what we can do to help you. So have fun and always be safe. Thanks.